Greetings Inside Stage, guys, and welcome to Stoffel Presents GameDev London. It's a brand new event, our first time here, obviously, because it's never been before. But we've already found our first game, it's a fantastic game. So I've got Steve from Noise Edge Studios, and I've just had a little spin on your game, Beyond the Long Night.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what it's about?
Yep, so Beyond the Long Night is a twin-stick shooter with roguelike mechanics, so it's somewhat similar to games like The Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon. It kind of plays like those kind of games, but the characters of the world are more in the vein of something like Undertale or Animal Crossing New Horizons. So there's a lot of silly dialogue, weird situations. You can get a motivational pep talk from a talking cow. You can get your own personal one-man band to come in and help you during combat and stuff like that. So just kind of absurd kind of situations and stuff. And you play as a little fella who's flying through an underground cavern with balloons on their back to like fly through the world. And you're trying to escape this underground kingdom called the Dark Mountain.
It's basically the whole objective of the game, from what I could gather, is you start at the bottom of the mountain, you've got to get out the top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's as simple as that.
So it's very simple premise, yeah. So there's kind of like in the final game there will be like 3 kind of like areas or biomes that you have to get through and then like try and beat the final boss and try and get out to the other world. But the game kind of centres around the idea that each time you restart a run, the characters remember who you are from the previous run, and they remember you. There's little storylines you can kind of follow through with each of the different characters, and they're all kind of in the same time loop world along with you and stuff. So it's got a little bit of linearity to it, even though it is a roguelike, and every time you start again you have to like you start with new build and you have to start from scratch.
Well, yeah, because I know it's the mount, like, so the story continues with each run.
Yes.
But everything you've gained doesn't. So like the map was different. I got different superpowers and stuff. So you can't sort of like level up a superpower and then the next time you start it's at level 2.
Yeah.
All back to the beginning.
It's very much one of those games where you have to break through the brick wall and stuff, and progression's very much. It depends. It's similar to Spelunky, I guess, where like you just keep playing and you learn more about the world, and that's how you get better and that's how you progress, as opposed to kind of getting stats increased or anything like that.
You know, I understand why the weapons really make a difference to how you start. Because my first run I had like a starburst special move, and then I had like slow bullets, so I'd shoot them and slow enemies down. The next time I didn't get the slow bullets and I had stun, which I was like, this is bollocks. Like, what is this? Give me the starburst thing again.
It's very, like each run you start off with a new what's called a superpower in the game, which is kind of like it's like a secondary ability that you can use. So they range from things like stunning to like damaging in like a circle around you, like an area.
So I was using mine as a kind of last ditch move.
Like
I'm flying around, I'm fighting, I'm getting a bit pinned in the corner, boom, get away.
I always try to make sure that you get a different one at the start of each run. So like it just helps the runs feel a little bit different. Like you always start off from a different starting point.
So you'll always have a different
superpower
and a different map each time.
Yes.
So the map's set or the procedurally generated?
So they're procedurally generated. So the runes that make up the map are kind of handcrafted.
It's just a combination they're in.
Exactly. So the enemy kind of types and like some of the enemy placements and stuff, that's a little bit random. And then the actual layout of the map and like where special runes appear and stuff, that's completely random and stuff like that.
And is there a puzzle aspect to the game as well? Because I found a room and I couldn't figure out how to open the door in it.
I
was like, all right, I'll come back. I tried setting it on fire, I tried shooting it. And I was like, all right, I'll come back to that because I must have to get something to come back. And then realised those doors open when you kill all the enemies in the room, but there's no enemies in that room. And then I died before I got to go back to it, so I don't know what the puzzle is there.
So there is some like puzzle elements in there just to kind of break up the combat a little bit. I've been playing a lot of Zelda recently, so there's,
that kind of seeped in.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of like seeped into the rest of the game, but like there's some puzzle elements, like some smaller ones, and then in the final game there will be some like kind of larger scale puzzles as well. But I won't go too much into that.
And is this the first time you've shown the game at an expo?
It's my first live event.
It's your first live event?
First one ever. Yeah.
How are you finding is it nervous, scary to show people your game? Like,
yeah, definitely. Like once you've created something, like and like obviously as an indie dev, it's very precious to you. Like you've put a lot of time into this, and you just hope that people like enjoy it and you know have fun with it. But you know, like so far it seems well received and stuff. And like there's nothing better than watching someone have fun with something that you've made, either. Like because that is what the aim of the game is at the end. Like it's to make something fun, enjoyable and fun. Yeah. So.
Do you get annoyed when people don't play it right? Have you found
no,
that
I try not to. Yeah,
because you were laughing at me a bit because a bird moved, so I shot it.
Yeah,
Like, no, it moved. You're gonna shoot it.
It's really fun watching people like actually like play it for the first time because everyone will play it differently. And like as a developer, it's why like play testing is so important like for a developer because you know people will not play the game how you thought they would play the game, and people will not understand things that you think, oh, this is obvious, but you've been staring at it for like every day for the last year or something like that, so it's obvious to you. So no, I don't get frustrated. It's educational.
In my defence, some little musical notes came out of that. I thought it was attacking me.
Yeah, it's scary.
So this is your first live event. So how long is it taking you to get to this point?
So the game's been in development for almost 2 years now.
That's not too bad. That's impressive for what you've got on there.
Thank you very much. Yeah, started 2020, so just before the pandemic hit, I kind of left my old job and started doing this full time.
So was your old job in game development, and you worked on other games?
Yeah, I used to work at Frontier Developments. So
it's a bit of a pedigree then.
No, it was good. I really would recommend to anyone who wants to get started in like indie game development or anything is go work at a AAA studio for a bit because the people you meet and the experience you get is invaluable. Like it's crazy how much that helped me, and like you learn so much. Like even if you specialise in one area, so I specialised in audio and programming while I was there, but I still learned so much about art, about like visual effects, rendering and stuff, just because you talk to people while you're there. And that really sets you up to do well when you actually do go and...
Yeah, to be an indie dev, you have to be a jack of all trades.
Exactly, you have to wear a lot of hats, and you have to learn a lot of stuff.
One thing I'm impressed with here is the calibre of indie devs. You come from Frontier.
Yeah.
There's an indie game on show here whose current day job is working on the new Fable. You know, there's guys that have been in the industry for like 12 years, making a little side project. So it's impressive the calibre of indie devs. So how you find it going from that AAA backing to being out there on your own, so to speak?
I mean, like again, it's like a massive learning experience. Like, thankfully, I do have like a lot of people in like different positions in the industry who I can have a shoulder to cry on and be like, how does this work? I don't understand how this works or whatever. Like, so yeah, I've had like I feel like I'm standing on the shoulders of giants like constantly and stuff, and like being helped by other people. But yeah, no, I mean it's great to work on your own thing. It's the dream really, like to be able to create something and to have your own freedom in the way that you create it. But yeah, like it's a challenge and it's a long road, but it's satisfying. And like, as I say, like once you see people actually playing it, like particularly after working on it for so long, like it does just make everything worth it, and it makes like all the hard work.
But you see, you've made a game for people to enjoy.
Yeah.
And you see people enjoying it. It's like I'm onto something here.
Exactly.
It's kind of validation in a way.
Definitely.
Yeah. So you've got the game on demo there. How much of the game is finished? How far are you through to complete it?
Yeah, so obviously the demo is just a small slice, and it's just kind of the first area. The actual game is quite far through, so like the 3 areas are built, and a lot of the work that I'm putting in now is kind of like on the story side of the game, as well as like just increasing the variety of things that are in the game and stuff. We're about a year away from release, I think, in quoted brackets, because you know it's game development. You never know what could happen. But yeah, so we're probably about a year away or something like that.
But you've got plans to come to Kickstarter soon, haven't you?
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah. So Kickstarter should be launching Q1 2022. So I'm hoping to launch it around January, February kind of time, just after Christmas, because I'll be too full to do it over Christmas.
Too much food.
Too much food.
Time
so
off.
like, But yeah, so sort of like January, February time, I'm hoping to kick it off. It's kind of just like a lean Kickstarter. And that's just to get us through the final 6 months of development.
So what's the goal to be aiming at? If else to target on that Kickstarter?
Somewhere between £8,000 and £10,000, I think. Something like that, which is just like a reasonable amount of money. Like it will have enough impact so that we can like make it to the end. And,
so you can get it over the line.
So we can get it over the line, exactly. But like hopefully not too much that is insurpassable, because obviously it's my first game, my first Kickstarter, so like got to keep expectations.
So what would happen then? How would you feel if you putting out a £10,000 target and let's say the Kickstarter hit £1 million?
Right. Well, I mean, that would be lovely.
Well, it sounds lovely.
Yeah.
But then now you've got to deliver £1 million game.
I do, yes. Yeah. I mean, like, I think.
Would you rather just stay at that? Like, we'll take 15. We'll take 20.
I think like if we pass the initial Kickstarter goal, I'll be incredibly happy and like grateful for that. So like, I'm not having any disillusions of like going any further. So.
And what you're releasing on? Is it PC? Is it console?
PC and hopefully Mac to start off with as well. But definitely PC to start off with. I'd love to do a Nintendo Switch version.
I was about to say it's perfectly suited for the Switch.
It is perfectly suited for the Switch, and yeah, it's almost as if the game is like it needs to be on the Switch. It's very good in short bursts and stuff. I have been approved by Nintendo. I've got my dev license and stuff ready to go. I just need to buy the dev kit and have enough time to do it.
So that's where the Kickstarter comes in to get the dev kit
exactly,
and get it on Switch.
Exactly.
So get your money out. Come on.
So like I think it will take a few months as well to obviously port it, and it's already quite a lot of work to make it for PC.
Yeah,
so,
and then you're going to go to Switch now.
Yeah, I'm not going to do them concurrently and like do them one after the other and stuff like that. So yeah, that's exactly what the Kickstarter is for, and to try and really get it over the line.
Right, so the Kickstarter's coming Q1, January, February time.
Yep.
In the meantime, for anyone watching this, where can they find you and follow you?
Yep. So noisyheadgames.com is the website. If you go there, there's links to everything. So there's links to the Kickstarter, links to the free demo as well, which is on itch.io at the moment. You can find us.
Get the demo. The game is fantastic.
Thank you.
Is that the demo that's here today?
Yes, exactly.
Go get it now. Get it now.
Also links to the Steam page as well, and to the Discords. So you can come in there, talk to me, like just chat, like give feedback and stuff like that.
How was the feedback through the Discord gone? Have you found some elements have gone into the people played the demo, come on the Discord, and then you've implemented that?
Yeah, so like the demo was Discord exclusive for the first like few weeks and stuff like that, and yeah, like we got a lot of like advice from them, like a lot of the new modes that are in there. So there's like a one heart mode and kind of a lap of honor mode where you kind of keep all your upgrades from the previous run, but everything is harder. Those were ideas taken straight from the Discord and stuff, straight from conversations that we had with people in there. So yeah, by all means come down, like tell me what you think, like tell me like what your ideas for the game are, and like hopefully we can add some of those into the game as well.
That's brilliant. We'll make sure all those links are down below, so go check it out. This is I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
I mean, when you told me, I came over and just like so I'm just running around the Expo fighting games, and you were like, oh, it's a twin stick roguelike shooter. Like my game of 2020 was a twin stick roguelike shooter. Let's go, come on. But no, Steve, it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Steve. Check it out.
Cheers.